All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another Paifu review. Today we are joined, um, sitting east is Trinity, sitting south is Jeff, sitting west is Eevee, and sitting north is Bryant. So we'll be taking a look at these four players today. Let's get started. Oh wait, I just realized, is there sound? Let me switch my audio, hold on. There we go.
Boom.
Right. Looks like Brian is now Tempai.
Dong.
Oh, all right. Well, there's no way you could have known.
Well, we can talk about the 8-pin cut.
We can, yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
So, if you cut the 8-pin, you're weakening your 5 blocks, right?
Can you explain why?
The 4-5 mon's 1 block. The 7-8 8-pin is 1 block. The 1-2-3-3-3. The 1-1-2-3-3-3 is 2 blocks, and the double S is 1 block. So that adds up to 5 already. There's no need to float another 4-pin.
In what circumstances would you want to float another tile?
When your 5 blocks are like really bad, you can weaken one of your stronger blocks.
Does everyone see that there's 5 blocks in this hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Um. Wait, so are you saying that I should have not cut the 8-pin?
You don't need to.
And I should have cut 4-pin instead?
It's more straightforward to the heuristics we're going by for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By cutting 4-pin, you don't really lose any acceptance because you already have 5 blocks. And so you don't need to build another block, right?
Uh-huh.
And by cutting 8-pin, you lose out on another 8-pin to finish that block. You can't finish it with 3 8-pins anymore.
Okay.
Also want to point out you're giving up the potential for Sananko, which is 3 conceal blocks. 3 conceal triplets.
Mhm.
G.
Can you pause real quick?
Yep. Back to here.
I just want to give like some thoughts on this. If you call this 1 cell, right, Trinity, how big do you think your hand's gonna be?
Um. I was planning to call East and then also the dragon, so at least 2 Han. Since, yeah. But are you saying that it could have been bigger if I did not call it?
No. I just want to let you know how you could think about the value of this hand, right?
Okay.
So right now, if you called, after you called, you have like 6 blocks in your hand. right?
Mhm.
So actually, you do not need one of the blocks right after you call this.
Mhm.
Um, and the most valuable way to make this hand would be Chanta, right?
Can you explain that?
If you have Chanta, then it's just one more Han, then not Chanta.
Sorry, I don't think I know what Chanta is.
Chanta is all blocks containing terminals.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. I see.
You're kind of close to that.
So what would the final hand look like, Bryant? Could you kind of
The
describe
biggest
it?
one would be 3 East, 3 Hatsu, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and then another 1, 2, 3. And yeah, that's all. That's the biggest one.
So if you didn't have 3 Formon, like these 3 tiles that I'm hovering over would not be part of the final hand. Everything
Yeah.
else would be complete.
Mhm.
Is how you're saying this hand could be.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know, like, no matter which, like, if you're not switching out your hand like massively, then you will at least have like a Dora, right? And
Mhm.
like one honor tile. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. But if you were Chuntai in, that would be like 3. And then if you got both Yakuhais, that would be 4. Yeah.
So in conclusion, are you saying that the call is good or
I
bad?
think it's good. I
Okay.
think it's good. But I just want you to like think about the value of hand actually before you call this.
Okay.
Yeah.
G.
Would you want to go back down to 5 blocks in this case? Or is this okay?
I think it's kind of minute.
Okay.
Each.
G.
Hold on the 1-mon.
Each.
G.
Although it is safer, 4-mon is only trying like one more Suji. And then it could potentially very easily double your hand, yeah. Double to quadruple your hand
By keeping Formon.
by throwing 4-mon.
I think here the thought process was I wasn't sure if wait, sorry. By throwing 1-mon, I thought that my weight would be better for 3 and 4. And then I wasn't sure at this point I wasn't sure if I was even gonna get to call like East and the dragon. So I was like, okay, I'll just throw 1-mon. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was
That
my
makes
thought.
sense that you're not sure. But if people are folding, right, then they might throw on the tiles easily.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
And 1-mon is not safe in itself, right? It's just towards the edge. But 4-mon is like kind of not that much more dangerous in my opinion. But yeah, like right now, if you throw the 1-mon, you're looking to push a 2000 hand against a Ricci. But if you throw 4-mon, then you're looking to push double or quadruple that value against a Ricci, which I think is more favorable. But this is kind of against the normal heuristic of just taking the better weight and throwing the safer tile. No, let's move on.
I'm gonna switch over here. Do you want to mention push fold criteria?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess one of the concepts that Richi Book 1 proposes is when you're up against someone who has Richi'd, right? First of all, some context. If someone has Richi, that means they're like ready to win at any time, right? And so if you're going to win yourself, that means not only do you have to catch up to them, but you also have to win before them. Right? So that's the context. And so the question is, like, is it worth it to discard dangerous tiles knowing that they're about to win and like those tiles you could deal in at any time based on your hand at that time? So that's the consideration when you're fighting against someone who is Richi'd. And so Richi Book 1 proposes these three conditions. One is that you are Tenpai yourself. Two, that your hand has a guaranteed to have a good weight, meaning that you are waiting for like at least 6 different kinds of tiles, or 6 numbers of tiles, 6 tiles. And then 3 is your hand has good value. And so you have to fulfill 2 of these 3 conditions in order to justify pushing against someone who is Richi'd. Otherwise, folding would net you better outcomes, better expected value, basically. In the long term, you'll end up losing less. Does that make sense? Or should I summarize again?
Yeah. Let's summarize because
Okay.
I'm gonna ask them to repeat back right after this.
Okay. Richi Book 1 says, it's worth pushing against another Richi if you fulfill 2 of these 3 conditions. First condition, you are Tenpai. Second condition, your hand has a good weight. Third condition, your hand has good value. Otherwise, it is not worth it. You should fold.
Question I have is, what would you consider a good value?
Good question. Richi Book 1 cites that if you are playing without Red Dora, as we are here, then 5,200 points would be considered good value, which is equivalent to 3 Han 40 Fu. So 3 Han you can think of it, right? And then if you were playing with Red Dora, then it would be 7,700 points.
I have another question.
Mhm.
So if I have a good weight and a good hand, but I'm not Tenpai, how many tiles off
Good question.
should I be to
yeah.
know that it's worth?
That's a very good question. Obviously, if you were like 4 steps away to Tenpai, it's probably not worth it. Even if you had good weight and good value. So that's a good point that you bring up. That's when it gets a little bit tougher to answer because it's really a case by case basis, like how you maneuver around it. But generally speaking, 1 away from Tenpai, also known as Ishanten, is a good spot to be. So if you were any further away from that, if you were more than 1 step away from Tenpai, it's probably going to be pretty tough to push back.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even 1 away from Tenpai, when they say good weight, it is pretty much guaranteed good weight. So essentially all of your shapes are kind of good shapes. And so combined with like good value, the reasoning is that you expect to get to Tenpai pretty soon, relatively soon because of your good shapes. And you expect to win relatively soon after that. And that's why you can fight the average Tenpai hand, essentially. The average Riichi Tenpai hand.
Just to expand a little bit more about that, on that, what do we mean by good shape, right? If we take a look at the hand in front of us right here, Eevee, your hand, at this point, you have 3-4 Formon. That's good shape because it could be completed with either 2, 5, or 4, right? You can fill it in on both sides basically, or better. That's considered good shape. However, one of your blocks is 8-9. You see this 8-9 pin right here?
Yeah.
That can only be completed with 7, right? So you're only waiting on one kind of tile, not to mention there's already one out. So there's only 3 tiles left. That would be an example of not so good shape, bad shape, right? And so when we say good weight as one of the criteria there, that means like no matter how your hand gets to Tenpai, you'll end up on a good weight. In this case, your hand will only end up on a good weight if you finish the 7 first, right? If you draw the 7 first and finish the 7, 8, 9, then you'll end up right either waiting on this side or this side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now see, if this 4, like think of it this way, right? If this 4 pin that you just drew right here were a 7 pin instead, that would completely change, like, because then that bottleneck would have been solved, right? That then the rest of your hand would be all good shapes. So one tile could make or break the difference. Bryant, you said you wanted to.
Okay, so applying those rules, right? If this is not a push, then which tile would you cut?
On my hand?
Yeah.
Maybe the 9 or the 8, because the 8's safe.
Fair enough. 8 pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8 pin.
What is there another choice?
Or the 9 pin, just
9 pin is not safe. Oh, yeah, it's not
yeah.
safe.
It's one chance.
Not safe.
Not.
I wouldn't want to risk it being like the 6 or the Fedora, so I don't know. I'd probably just stick with the 9, but I guess.
The one so is safe.
You have
Oh,
to
because
look
I
at
have.
you have to look at the calls as well.
I cut it.
Well, there's only the one showing, right?
But that I cannot win on it.
If he was waiting on the 1, he would be 40-10 for it because he discarded it.
Oh, yes. Now I see it. I see.
So 8 pin and 1 so are both choices that you can make here. That's considered correct.
What about 7?
Uh
7 so
I
safe.
mean 7 so safe, but probably don't Fedora.
Why? It's safe. Doesn't make you go backwards, technically.
Well, could someone still be waiting, but they just haven't called reach?
I think in the 7 just.
1
Oh, I guess one turn, two turns have passed, I guess, technically. I guess that is a consideration. This is true. 7 so might not be safe against other people.
There's actually a lot to talk about between the 8 pin and 1 so, but let's not.
Okay. Between the 3-mon and the 4, I guess it's not a big deal if you're going to discard both anyways.
롱,
But you should not discard the 3-mon. Because Naiso is Suji.
All right, moving on. Is there a particular reason why you chose to discard 1-mon over either east or south? I think we're looking at Trinity, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a particular reason.
Yeah, because you chose to discard north here, but then 1-mon here, even though the hand looks pretty much the same. Yeah, I would just recommend, continuing what you're doing. Just discarding your honor tiles first, since they're the least efficient. You can only use those by themselves. Whereas the 1 could help with 1-3. You can draw a 2 there, and then that would finish the 1-2-3. And then you'd be left with another 3-4.
Is it me or is the bitrate just like very low here?
I was gonna ask that too, but I thought it was just my PC being my PC.
No, Discord adapts the bitrate to the worst person watching the stream, essentially.
Ah,
Is it fixed now?
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The moment.
It's not a thing you can do. It just happens.
Yeah, I'm just
Fine.
wondering if I'll just, give it a few seconds before we start talking about things so everyone can see. Is 1-3 pin the best here? You have technically 3 pairs. Kind of tempted to go with 6 blocks, but I guess we don't need to talk about that.
It just got worse again.
Oh, okay. I'll continue until I see something interesting.
Hold on. Even though 6 blocking or not 6 blocking, I want to talk a little bit about like the thought process here. Might be useful. On the 1-3 pin cut, right? Like the most straightforward is probably to just cut Haku here. But then if I do that right, like the way I'm foreseeing this hand, like if I just finish it straight, it's gonna be very low value. And I'm not even that close myself, right? So I'm unwilling to go into the possibility of someone calling Haku and me not really having any safe tiles and being very far away and also having no value. So that's why I did not cut the Haku.
This is Jeff.
Oh, that's why Jeff did not cut the Haku.
Yes.
Yes, let's go with that.
Yeah. That's what you were thinking. Yeah.
All right.
I think I saw. Was it?
Each.
Mm, so usually people,
Each.
I guess usually it's
Each.
not advised to Richi a single tile weight if you're not Chitoitsu, if you're not 7 pairs. And the reason why is because it's very flexible. By that I mean you could draw any tile either around all the tiles that you have or any tiles itself. So like for example, let's say you didn't, or actually, you know what? Let me just scroll and see what you draw next.
Each.
Not that one.
Each.
Wow, you didn't end up drawing anything.
Never draws an improvement.
failed to show my point. But my point is that like you could draw, for example, 1 mon and then be waiting on 1/4 mon for your pair. You could draw 2 mon, be waiting on 2/5 2/5 mon for your pair.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 mon, waiting on 1/4 mon for your pair. So like you could draw like basically any tile that you have or around what you have and see an improvement. Whereas
Each.
obviously if you Richi, then you can't change it and you'd be only waiting on that one tile. Obviously with Chitoitsu 7 pairs, you can't do anything about that. You're going to end up on a pair either way. But in a regular hand shape, you know, Tanki weights like this, where you're just waiting for 1 tile for your pair, is very flexible.
Yeah, not only will your final weight be better, you will also have Paifu with this hand.
Yeah, in most cases.
Each.
Eevee, I want to ask you which tiles you can improve your hands with explicitly, though.
What would I would throw if I were?
No, like which
What-
tiles can you draw from this point to improve your weight?
Like list them all, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, originally I was going for like this straight, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1 through 9 pin, but like that's why I didn't originally throw.
Right. We can see that, yeah.
But would the 1 be better? The 1
So the question is, say you cut 8 pin, right? Just like you did,
pin?
but you didn't Richi. What tiles that you can draw can you list out all the tiles that would improve your weight for your next draw?
If I didn't throw the 8.
if you threw the 8 and you didn't reach E, right?
Mm,
You know how
and-
Aaron was listing like
yeah,
one
like the
mon would
two.
improve, 2. Yeah, so can you list everything? That would be an improvement.
So that would leave me with the 9 pin still. So if I do the 9 pin,
You will win.
so I would still have the 8 mon, right? Or no?
Aaron, can you advance just one step?
Oh yeah, sorry.
1
Okay, so this is your hand, but imagine you didn't reach E.
Right.
What tiles can you draw that would give you an improved weight?
Let's see. The 4 pin.
That's one of them.
A 7 pin.
Yep.
Let's see. Nothing on the mon side. The 9 pin. And
9
what?
pin. You win on the 9 pin, so that doesn't count.
Would the 5 mon actually help me out? Because then I could
Yeah.
trade that out for the 9 pin and then maybe hit doubles on one of those.
Yep.
What is your weight if you draw the 5 pin? Or sorry, what is your weight if you draw the 5 mon?
That would be a 3 tile weight? No, wait.
Can you list out the weight?
2, 5, 9 mon? No, wait.
Kind of close. 2-5 is correct.
2, 5 in the 6 pin? No. The 7. No, sorry, 8 pin. Sorry. My screen's all blurry right now. My frame rate's like really suffering. 2, 5, and then 8. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it goes by threes, right? Like if you're waiting on one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like you said, if you drew 4 pin or 7 pin or 1 pin, what
No,
will your weight be?
If I drew the 4, it'd be on the 7 pin. I did 1, it would be on a 4 or 7 pin. If I grabbed a 7 pin, then it would be either another 7 or a 4? No.
Yeah, partially correct for all of them. If you drew 1 or 4 or 7 pin, your weight would all be 1, 4, 7 pin.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you
Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
Okay, so if you can draw 5 mon, right, to wait on 2-5-8 mon, then can you draw 2 mon to wait on 2-5 mon?
Yes, but the weight would be not as great because I already have 2 of the 2 mon, right?
That's true. It wouldn't
Yeah.
Mhm.
it wouldn't be as good as the 5. Drawing the 5 on.
Yep.
It's
Similarly, if you draw 4 mon, right, what would you be waiting on?
1 or another 4.
Yep. So you see all your sequences, right?
Mhm.
If you draw the edge of your sequence, then you can wait on those as a 6 tile wait versus 3 tile wait on the Tanki.
That makes sense.
Okay. So here you can draw one mon to improve. What you can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, sorry. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 to improve, and 9 to improve your weight on the Monty side.
Sorry, not 3. Right?
Oh, not 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And on the Pinzu side, it's 1. It's 1, 4, 7, like you said, but also kind of 3 and 6 pin.
Okay, I see that now too. 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that how the 3 would help.
And if you chose to cut 9 pin instead of 8 pin, you can also get more value. If you drew like 7, for example.
I just thought that people would be more likely to draw the 9 pin because it's at the end. That's why I chose that over the 8. I don't know. That's where my brain was.
I mean, that's true. But we're talking with the assumption that you're not gonna end up winning on the 9.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry?
Yeah. I think it's a pretty good exercise to just look at, the hand and see in what ways could this evolve, right? What tiles could I get, and then how would it change?
Yeah, that definitely helps me a lot.
Mhm. I think it's good, for everyone just to look at that, right? Because when you're in game, you might not be able to always be doing that. But when you're looking at replays, you can take your time and take a look at, oh, what sort of things could this turn into? And you can do some thought experiments. That'll actually, by doing that, right, by taking the time and going through the process like we did here, outside of the game, you'll kind of like exercise your mind in thinking like that, right? And then it'll come faster and you'll see patterns that will eventually help you in the game.
I want to make a side note here that like we went through all of that, right? On that turn. Like if you should reach you or not on the 9 pin, and then what tiles you can improve on, right? But that's not the end all and be all. Like actually, you should have thought of that on the 3 soul turn. Because that's you're only thinking one step ahead. So I'm just saying, in the future, you can do that if you're able to. Like it's very easy to draw 5 and 8 mon here, right? It's more likely than to finish it that way than to draw the 7 pin. So yeah.
Each. Each.
Is this a push? Or is it Suji?
It's Suji,
Okay.
from what I remember.
Wait, did the 7
Each.
so... No, I didn't. Okay. Wait, was the 7? Oh, 1 chance? Was the 7 mon 1 chance?
It was
Gambutsu against 1 person. Right? Because the 1 mon Tadashi
Yeah.
came after,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, 1 chance. I wonder. This is pretty minor, but I think it's worth talking about. 8 pin is also 1 chance against the person across, right? But it's Gambutsu against 1 person, or I guess 7 months also. Is it worth talking about?
Yeah, for Jeff, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, 8-pin will let you live 2 turns
Yeah.
if it passes.
okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right.
I cannot see the hands.
Oh, give it a
All right.
little bit. I'll let you know if I see something interesting.
봄, 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 롱,
Anything you want to mention here, Bryant or Simon?
I think it is also in reachable Quan to kind of be worried about people who have 3 calls, right? And in particular in this case, right? If you deal in, it's very likely that it will be Haku plus 2 because it could be Honitsu or Toy Toy. So that's like 8,000. If it is Toy Toy, you don't really know what they're waiting on. But if it's Honitsu, it's gonna be on the Monsu, right? And you can kind of be thinking, well, this requires you to check out what they threw in front of their hand, but they did discard the pair, so it's kind of unlikely that's Toy Toy. But that you don't need to worry too much about that. If you're not close, you might want to play safer and not throw Monsus.
롱,
Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Oh, okay.
Gotta go back.
Yeah.
Like for Jeff, when he cut the first 5-pin, is there a choice here?
I mean, were you thinking 8 mon?
I was.
I feel like the 8-mon might be sacrificing a little bit. Because then you can't really make use of 7 that much, or 9, right?
I think I would cut 5 because I thought I could call slightly better with this hand if I were to go for Honitsu instead of Toy Toy here.
Yeah, I like 5-pin. Otherwise, it would just be probably realistically 2,000.
All right. But I was gonna ask Trinity, knowing what we just said, then what would your choice be here? Sorry, whoever dealt in. I forgot if it's Trinity.
Oh, whoever dealt in with the 4-mon.
That'd be Eevee.
Yeah.
What would my other choice be, you said?
Yeah.
Probably the 3 pin, or the 3 so.
3 so? Yeah. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. But is there anything else that other people would discard? Just seeing if there are any other opinions.
I feel like 8-pin or 1-pin would also be a good idea.
If you discard 1-pin, if you're going to discard, if your choice is between 1-pin and 8-pin, please discard 8-pin.
Was not paying attention to Dora.
Okay.
All right.
Don't. Pom.
This is 6 blocks. But also Ishanten for Chitoy. So I guess 2 things to note for this hand. If you just count how many blocks you have first. Right, that would be the completed 1, 2, 3 here. And then an incomplete 1, 3. 6, 7, 7 mon. Pair of 3-pin. 6, 7-pin. And then the pair of chun. That's a total of 6 blocks. And so when you usually when you have 6 blocks, you want to go back down to 5 by discarding your weakest block, which in this case I guess would be 1, 3 mon, the incomplete 1, 3 mon. But you are also 1 away from Tempai for 7 pairs because you have 5 pairs.
Yeah. In fact, you can say that on the last turn.
Oh
You
yeah,
have this.
yeah, that's right. You're one away from 7 pairs here. And
So you
this-
can't just cut a 3-pin here.
Yeah, you can cut 3-pin because not only are you one away from Tenpai for 7 pairs, but also this is 5 blocks. So you don't really need another block.
Sorry, is this my hand?
Yeah.
I think for this, I was wanting to do, or trying for Chitoe, and then I was gonna wait on another Tumon to possibly get that shape as well. But then I was like, I don't think the. Okay, sorry. What did I cut after this? Did I cut the 1-1?
You cut 7-pin.
Cut 7-pin. Okay, yeah, because I was like, even if I have 1, 2, 3, and then I get another 1, 2, 3, and then I have 2 7-mon, and then 2. I think the red tile. This is Haku, right?
This
That's
Chun.
Chun.
Oh, Chun. I was like, I think I have. I could go back to a normal hand, or I could continue with Chitoy with that.
Our point is that you didn't have to make a choice between those. If you cut 3-pin, you're doing both actually.
Okay. Oh, I see what I did. Oh, and then I was keeping 3-pin because I was like, I could make something if I got 4-pin, which would be the Dora. But then I was like, okay, I don't think maybe I'm thinking too hard about that.
No, that's thinking that you can draw Dora is good actually. But in this case, if you drew another Dora, right, even after you cut 3-pin, you're still Chitoy Shanten.
Yeah, you could
oh,
still
okay.
you could still use Dora.
Okay, so that would require me to draw 2 Dora instead. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
or you could wait on it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
1ポン ポン ポン チロン
Let's talk about Jeff's reach real quick.
Sure.
Jeff, if you have, this is 52 without Ricci, right?
Yeah.
If you're in the lead and you have 52 on like a bad weight, you might as well not Ricci.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Ricci is unlikely to push it into Hanema. Yeah.
Okay.
ポンポンチロン
And for Eevee's hand, you called 1-pin here.
ポン
Mm-hmm.
Which means
Oh.
you use up 2 save tiles. Right.
True.
And you're still 2 away.
Pom.
Well, now you're one away.
Now you're one away. But you have to pass both the 5 pin and the 5 mon. And this is in context that there's two people. There's one person who's Ricci, right?
Mhm.
And one person who looks like they're fighting them. So you have to catch up to both of them and then win, and both pass the 5 mon and the 5 pin. So it's probably better here to just chill out and not call and throw your 1 pin.
Okay.
Well, sorry, it's definitely better. I'm just gonna say it like that.
No worries.
Okay.
Pom. Chi. Rom. Pom.
5 pin? Why 5 pin? I believe this is Jeff. Yeah. Wait, Jeff? No, is this? No, I'm looking at the wrong person. It was indeed Jeff.
Oh, I can explain this really quickly. I
Okay.
misclicked.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to discard the 2, and I had misclicked onto the 5.
Okay. Thank you
Chi.
for that explanation.
There's a point in the match where I've also misclicked. We just haven't gotten there yet, so I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Pom.
Wait. Oh, this is a little hard to parse, isn't it? But I guess it's...
I want to ask, what's the most efficient play here? And by that I mean, what's the cut that will give you the most acceptance?
Okay, with this, I remember being kind of confused. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 blocks,
Uh huh.
and then I think I found 1 mon to be like when I was first having this, I was thinking 1 mon is the most useless to cut because like okay, that's the first thing. And then the most efficient. I don't know.
I don't think it's obvious. Like that.
It's not, but like for a second, assume it's not 1 mon. What do you think?
Maybe I can cut my additional 4 and 5 mon.
That's very. That sounds good.
Yeah,
You
because
wanna-
I have an extra like block, so I need to cut one of them.
Yeah. Do you want to put it in a calculator and I can do that and show everyone?
Oh yeah, can you show them how to use the calculator?
Oh, sure. All right. So you go to tenho.net/2, and then wait, hold on. Let me get out of full screen mode. tenho.net/2, and then you type in your hand. In this case, it was 1122224455 mon. So you type an M, 34 pin 567 so with an S, and so that'll give you your hand. It'll tell you how close you are to Tenpai. So in this case, you are 1 Shanten, one away from Tenpai.
Mhm.
And then it'll tell you your choices to move forward with. So if you discard either 4 or 5 mon, your hand will end up being Tenpai. You'll be able to move one step closer if you draw any of these tiles. So for example, if you discard 4 mon and you draw 1 mon, right, then 5 mon's going to be your pair.
Mhm.
And then you'll be Tenpai. And so you can see that there's a total of 20 tiles, right? Because you're using 2 of the 1 mons already. And then so it'll count the tiles, number of tiles for you, and then tell you if you discard this, these are the tiles you can accept, and then it'll give you this list. So this is how you use the efficiency calculator on Tenho.
Okay.
If you wanted a little more, if you wanted to like gamify it, there's also an efficiency trainer that you can look up and.
Yeah, just show them.
Okay, sure. I can link this to everyone, but basically this website here, if you run this trainer, we can input the same hand actually. So I'll go ahead and input that hand. So here it'll give you the hand and it won't give you the answers. And instead, it'll tell you, hey, click the tile you want to discard. And so for example, if you discarded 1 mon, right, it'll tell you that you chose to discard 1. The most efficient tile to discard, which is the 4, or I guess in this case the 5 is equivalent, will give you 19 tiles. And then it'll give you a random tile afterwards. And you can click on this link accepted tiles, and then it'll take you to the Tenho calculator, as we showed before. And so you can see that 4 and 5 are actually tied. So I'll go ahead and link this efficiency trainer if in case you want to check it out. You can it'll give you like random hands and you can click around and then it'll tell you, if you were the most efficient. So let me load that again. And let's say, for example, I clicked 4 mon, it'll give me a green one and says, yes, that was the best choice. Similarly, if I discarded the 5 mon. It'll also show up red if you end up going backwards. So like that. If you end up going backwards. So yeah, that's a good resource. Any other comments you want to make, Bryant?
If you cut 1 mon here, like while we were playing, right, I don't think we're like literally thinking that hard about every single. We either already knew but then we're not probably thinking that hard about what it accepts, but it's immediately clear that if you cut 1 mon, then you will not be Tenpai on 3 mon or 6 mon because you don't have a pair.
Can you explain how you're parsing your hand to make that conclusion?
So if you cut the 1 mon here, right, I'm finding it hard to describe because it's kind of innate, but if you cut 1 mon here and you're losing a pair, right, which means 4/5 mon has to be your pair.
Either one of
If
4 or 5.
Yeah. But then you cannot use 3/6.
Whereas if you keep 1 mon as your pair.
Yeah. You can.
Does that make sense to everyone? Or should we describe it in a different way?
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I think that's a pretty good way of putting it, Bryant. Yeah. You lose the 1 mon pair, and so either of 4 mon or 5 mon has to be your pair. Therefore, you lose out on using 3 and 6 in that sequence of 4, 5, 6 or 3, 4, 5. The benefit of discarding 1 mon though is you you are guaranteed Tanyo. There's that benefit, I guess. All right. Anything else?
Chi.
Kind of want to ask Trinity, before you draw this 5 mon, do you know what tiles you accept to become Tenpai?
Okay. Five mon? Oh, sorry, I can't see.
That's one of them.
Okay, yeah, I can accept 5 mon and then discard 3 mon. I can accept 4 mon as well and discard 3 mon. I think also. Oh, did I already say 3 mon? 3
I don't
mon
think
you
and
did
then
not.
3 mon.
okay. Yeah, 3 mon and then discard 2 mon. And then 1 mon, I think, too. 1.
If you have 1 mon, where's your pair?
Oh shoot. Okay, well, I already discarded 1 mon, but if I had a 1 mon in front of this, then I would have 1, 2, 3, and then I'd have the 2 as the.
Right.
Oh wait, 2 is the pair,
Yeah.
and then I could accept. Oh, but then that wouldn't necessarily be Tempai, right?
No,
Because.
that would not be Tenpai. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You would have 4, 4, 5, 5 left over.
Yeah.
There's one more Monzu you can be Tenpai on that you haven't said yet.
6 mon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Okay, and then discard 5 mon. Okay.
Okay.
There's one more as well.
Oh. 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. That would be. So I'd have 4 2 mons. So that'd be 1 triplet, 2, 3, 4, and then. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. What about on the Pinzu?
Mm, 2 pin, 5 pin, 2 pin and 5 pin.
But wait, there's more.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for the screen too. Okay, wait. So I have 3, 3 and 4. So. Can I accept another 3?
Mm-hmm.
And then another 4 to
That's
have
right.
that as a pair?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a name for this kind of hands. Jeff, do you know what it is?
It's. I think it's Anko Ishanten Headless.
Yeah, Anko Headless.
So Anko is concealed triplet. Headless just means you don't have a pair. In those kinds of hands, if you're Ishanten, your weight's usually pretty wide.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the best kind of weight for Ishanten. Or was there a better one that I don't remember?
Out of the common ones, it's basically the best, yeah. The other better ones are kind of just combinations of different things.
All right, let's move on.
Yep, Anko headless, very strong.
リーチ
ポン ポン
Dora 3. However, you don't have Yaku.
That was where I misclicked. I did not mean to call that.
Amazing.
Okay, so what do you do in this case if you have no Yaku? This is actually a good
Wait,
question.
Yusumo, this is high day.
Oh, okay. But in case it wasn't Haite, in the event that you have no Yaku, right? This might happen sometimes, intentionally or unintentionally, right?
Mhm.
What do you do?
Fold? Question mark.
Yep.
That's an option. But like you could
Well,
literally discard.
Throw 9 Mon, live the 4010 life.
I mean, you're gonna be free 10 either way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's what I did.
You're gonna be free 10 any way you cut it, but
Well,
just know that you'll be tempai no matter what tile you discard, right? And so if you're just that if that if your goal is like, okay, I just want to be tempai at the end to collect the tempai payments, you can just be like, okay, I'll just discard the safest tile. That's one thing you can think about. But anyways, it was high take.
スモ
Very nice. I feel like this 5-so is a little bit too much. Let me just switch to Jeff's hand real quick. Wait. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
ポン ポン
I do want to mention though that like, winning a 1-han hand doesn't really do much here for you. So
It was just relatively quick, and that's what I was thinking.
yeah.
It's
I
like
mean,
it's
that's fair. But just so you know, like in case your hand like wasn't this quick, right, and you were making these decisions, okay, I'm gonna just go for
ポン
whatever one-han hand to try to speed it up. Sometimes it might not be worth the risk, is all I'm saying. The risk of you potentially dealing in and dropping a placement. Something to think about. Kind of minor though.
ロン
ポン
hold on. I want to add that it's kind of different if you're a dealer or not. Because if you're not a dealer, if you win a 1-han hand with the lead, right, you moved around forward.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But if you're the dealer, then like as Aaron said, it kind of doesn't do too much. All right, that's all.
ロン
ポン
Hold on, let's go to that 4-so.
Okay.
Whose hand was this?
Trinity.
Trinity. All right, let's parse our blocks.
Okay. Okay. So I called one, so I have one here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 1 3 mon, that's one. So
Mhm.
that's 4 5 6. That's another one. 3 okay. Drew 2, so 2 3 4.
Yep.
Okay. So that's 4 blocks, and then 6 7 was my 5th block.
Fair enough. But you can see the 2 3 4, 4 as in 2 3, and then plus a 4 4.
Oh, because I don't have a pair, right?
Yeah. And if you parse it that way, you accept 1-so, which is the Dora, and also 4-so.
Okay, so here should I cut 1 3 mon instead?
We
It's,
have to revert back to counting your acceptance again. So if you threw 4-so as you did, what can you use to make a pair? Do you understand the question?
Yeah. Couldn't I just pair any? So I could pair 1 or 3 mon, or I could pair 6 or 7 mon, or 6 or 7. So
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's 3 times 4, so 12 tiles you can accept.
okay, I see.
So 4-so here is the most efficient cut,
Mhm.
but that's not that's with disregard to your final shape. It's like if you drew a 2-mon, right, then you will have a single weight on 6-so or 7-so.
Mhm.
And if you drew 6 or 7-so, then you kind of are single weighted on 1-mon or 3-mon.
Mhm.
And if you interpret it as like 2 3 and then 4 4,
Mhm.
you, no matter how you get to Tenpai, you will have a 2-sided weight.
See. Okay, that makes sense.
Or even 3-sided if you drew 5.
5 5 so?
Yeah. Like if
Oh,
you throw 1
yeah.
mon.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's all. Wanted to point out.
All right.
Each.
Oh, I think this hand I did something very interesting. Very interesting.
Like the 3-10.
Yeah, because my original thought process was to just give up the 1 mon to wait to have a better weight, but then I didn't realize that I was furry 10, so I was like, oh shoot.
My hand is also an example of I immediately drew the improvement if I had just waited for instead of taking the Tonki.
Yeah, don't take Tonki.
7-so Tonki. Come on, Jeff.
Don't do that.
All right. I think it's too nitty-gritty to say if you should take the free 10 or not here. So
I mean, here you
did
could
you notice an opportunity to not use free 10 here? Trinity.
Sorry. To not use Furiton. Okay, so how would I? Let me first think how I would not be Furiton. Wait. Do I just discard the 4?
You'll not be Tenpai at all. So I guess you're not free 10, but it's close. Try going to the Suji of 4.
Oh, discard 7.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, and then I would just be waiting for another 2 or another 2 or 5. Oh, okay, I see.
And also 8.
And oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
Go. Okay, that makes sense.
also here as well. You could switch to 3 and 6. Or 4 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
G.
Okay, yeah, this is where I messed up. I don't think I was sure what to do here, so I just called this, but I don't think I should have called this.
That's right. Let's look at Eevee's hand from the last round. After the Riichi.
Wait. I guess this is immediately after, right here.
Mm-hmm. Does the 3 things Aaron said apply here?
No.
So then it will be a fold.
Yeah. Folding is
Which tile would you throw?
not a word in my vocabulary, but I'm trying to make it be.
Which tile would you cut for the fold?
The 5. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an option.
Sorry, it's like glitching. It's catching up real quick. Maybe the West tiles?
No, 5 is right. There's
Oh, okay. I thought you were. I wasn't sure if I
no,
was.
we're not
thinking of
waiting
it.
for it.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's move on. I mean, it's just all fold, but we can just go to the next hand now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
ポン。チ。
No.
チ。
So the four mon's worth talking about. If you
Okay,
want.
it was worth talking about.
ポン。
Here, the Naimon is a long tile, right? It doesn't increase your acceptance.
No, but I thought the 4 didn't either, because I already had the 6, 7.
The 4 can be interpreted as your pair and gives you 2-3 manas.
That's true. I was just thinking I already had the 2 so as the pair, just in case, because I figured I probably wasn't going to get that 3 soon. So that's. And I was still pushing for, like, maybe I would get, like, lucky. I don't know. Around a little straight. But I see what
Okay.
but I see what you're saying. There's like leave it just in case I did get the 3, then I would have a backup pair. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're keeping the Dora wanting to use the Dora, right? So it's just fine to cut Naimon here.
That's true.
Okay, let's go on.
チ。
So I'm assuming you want to use the Dora one, so that's why you discard the Tuso.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was going on a whim.
What would you do if you drew 6 or 9? So
I would have just dropped the 1. So
no, I mean after you cut the 2. So
Like in this position.
yeah.
if I got a if I got a 9, I would have I probably would have dropped the 8 and then tried to drop the 2 so that I could get maybe the Dora as my pair.
What about 6? So
Uh, I would probably drop the 8, maybe, so that I could also use the Dora as my pair.
you can drop the 2 still, right? And achieve that. Same as
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'd probably
But
drop the
then
2.
if you drop the 1 so here and you draw 6 or 9 so, then you're just 10 by.
If you didn't, you're saying
If you didn't cut the 2 so here.
if you didn't cut the Tuso, yeah.
So I think we recommend cutting 1 so there.
Okay.
Yeah.
リーチ。スモ。
Oh, very nice. Oh, I guess let me just take a look here. That's fine.
スモ。
Oh, that's unfortunate. But this is 6 blocks, right?
Mhm. I maybe should have cut the 1 man. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, 1 month's good.
リーチ
Here, your hand does not meet the push criteria, so throw 9 pin, which is safe.
Long.
Hold on. Let's go to Trinity's hand on the 4 pin. This hand also does not meet the push criteria. So what should you cut here?
Um, 8. Yeah, 8.
Uh-huh.
Long.
Does this hand meet the push criteria? Trinity.
Okay, what are the 3? Okay, whether or not you're in Tempai, whether or not
Mhm.
your weight is good, and then whether or not your value is 5200 or more.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see. Mm, I think the weight is good because they have
True.
1, 2, 3, 4. They already have 5 blocks, so they can continue cutting 9. So the weight is good, and then they already they're E-Shanten, right? Because they still need to finish 2, 3 pin, and then they need to finish 5, 6 mon. So they're E-Shanten.
Wait,
Um,
what's the 5/6 mon?
oh, sorry.
It's 5/6 mon or 2/3 mon that they need to finish.
Oh, okay.
It's a 5 tile straight.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they could finish either one of these blocks to be Tenpai. Oh,
Yeah. So when we evaluate good weight when you're not Tenpai is
Mhm.
what you just described, right? So you just went
Mhm.
through and said all the blocks that needed to be complete.
Mhm.
So for example, if you completed the 2/3 pin first, then you would be Tenpai on the other one, right? Which is 147 mon.
Mhm.
And then on the flip side, if you completed 147 mon first, then you would be waiting on 2/3 pin
Mhm.
or for the 1/4 pin.
Mhm.
So either of those cases, all of those cases where you're all of the Tenpai shapes that you could be are those two. And like both of those are good shape. And so it meets the criteria of good shape.
So it's good shape, and then also, well, it's not Tenpai yet, right?
It
It's
is not
still
Tenpai.
E-Shanten. So then would it meet the criteria?
What's the last criteria?
Yeah,
Oh, good value.
what would the value be?
Oh, okay. This Tanyo, uh, Tanyo reach could be reach.
Check the door.
Oh, where's the door? Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's at least 4 Han.
Why is it 4 Han?
Um, okay. 2 Dora plus Tanyo. Oh wait, not Tanyo because of the 9. Okay. Wait, so this could only be like at least 3 Han, right? Because if they reach, that could be 1, and then Yeah, so it's at least 3, right?
Yeah, at least 3 Han. So let's say if it was just Richi, Dora Dora, and you roll someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would the value be?
Sorry. Is this person dealer?
It's also there's also one more Han actually, one more Yaku.
Oh, is it 4, 5, 6? Epic? Wait, that was wrong.
It's just Paifu. It's all sequences. And on the 2-sided weight.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's at least 4 Han,
Yep.
and this person is non-dealer, so I think it does meet the criteria because it could be the other 6,400 or 7,700, or it could be manga.
Yeah, it's 77 rounded up to Mongon.
Okay, so I think it does meet the criteria.
Okay, good. So this person deals 5 and deals in.
Long.
Did the
Which is a
correct thing.
good deal in. Good deal.
Good deal in. Very good.
What this doesn't show is the 5 to 6 seconds of me going, "Oh my gosh, this is so worth it."
Good, very good. You did the correct thing.
Good job dealing.
Good job, Jeff.
Long.
Good deal in.
Hold on, let's pause a little bit on all that.
Okay. Before we start.
So when it's South 4, it's pretty much worth thinking. Well, you should always think about the gap and trying to of points between you and other players, and try to go up 1 placement if it seems like pretty feasible to you. Also, you need to worry about other players going over you. So, looking at this hand as it is, right? It's very recommended that this person gets like 2,000 and then go over the 37. Because each placement is 20 points, which is equal to 20,000 points in game, right? And that's a lot. That's a lot. That's winning like 2.5 Mongons. Okay. Let's do a little bit of thought exercise here. Will this person make 2,000? Looking at this hand, for Eevee and Trinity.
Question to Eevee and Trinity.
Yeah.
About this hand in front of us here.
Likely no.
All right. What do you think, Trinity?
I feel like they could.
Okay.
Because
I think they must, because they have 1 Dora.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I think they at least have 1 Dora, and then if they reach, that could be another.
They do not need to reach, because 1 Dora, you need 1 Han to win. That's not Dora, right? You need a Yaku to win, and if it's not Dora, then that's 2 already.
See, my
So
thought
even without reaching, go ahead.
All right, my thought process to that question was, is it likely that they're gonna make it happen? Because there's all this junk, right? Like all
Oh, okay.
That's why I said no. I wasn't thinking about like terms of like having the door. I was just like that. That's a long shot.
Oh, okay. I think Bryant, you need to rephrase your question. If this person would win the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they won at all, then they're going to go over. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I was gonna say on the flip side, I mean, the 37 person would just assume like if this person won at all with one door up, then they're gonna be taken over. All right. Let's flip it to the 2000 person's hand. Let's flip it to non real quick.
Okay.
All right. What would you need to do to take over East in terms of points? Trinity.
I need Mongon, right?
Could you get away with less?
Mm, yes, I think so.
Okay. In what kind of configurations?
Oh, what do you mean by configuration?
Like, if you were to direct hit East, you'll take your difference and divide it by half, right?
I think we should probably use the actual numbers.
Okay.
yeah.
Your gap is 73.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to cover a 73 gap, you can either get it off someone else for 73 or
Mhm.
direct hit for 73 divided by 2.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right. You can also sumo, but that's a little harder to calculate. But if you brute force checked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you sumo 1300 and 2600, is that
Mhm.
enough?
That's 13, so that's 5200? No.
Dealer has to pay half of that.
And and you're the deal. Yes. Right, because then it would be 76 minus 52 from you, and then 13 from both of the other people. So yeah, yes.
Okay. So those are the options. So you can win 8,000 from anyone.
Mhm.
39 direct. Or sumo 1326.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, these are what you call your conditions for overtaking. So
Mhm.
conditions for third. Your conditions for third are you can sumo 1326. You can run anyone for 8,000. Or you can direct hit third place in this case, right? Because you're going to
Mhm.
get third. You
Mhm.
can direct hit for 3,900. So those are your
Mhm.
conditions.
Okay.
Jeff, please discard pay first.
I don't remember if that was a misclick or not.
リーチ
How much is this hand worth?
Okay, let me think. So Ricci,
Mhm. That's all.
is not okay. Yeah.
And how many fu is this?
Okay. Let me do the food calculation. 20 plus 10 possibly. So 20, 30. Did I Yako high? No, I didn't Yako high.
What's the 10 from? No, I think I'm not saying you're wrong, but what's the 10 from? I just want to make sure.
Oh, run. Closed run.
Okay. You have concealed triplet as well, so I don't think you added that.
Yeah, I didn't get to it yet.
Oh, okay.
So possibly 30, and then closed triplet is 8, so 40. So it is 140, and I'm not the dealer, so this is 1300.
Mm-hmm. Let's say you're lucky and you hit 1 Dora.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be enough?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
But if you hit 2 Doras,
Mhm.
then would that be enough?
Yes. Because it becomes 5800. Oh wait, no, sorry.
It
Non-dealer.
is enough, but it's not 58.
It's 39.
It's 52. If you direct it, then it would be enough. Okay, but doesn't matter. The point is that you kind of need to think about the Dora if you're gonna reach it, because like sometimes you cannot make the conditions.
Mm-hmm.
If you're only banking on 1 Dora, then you'd be like, okay, I'll just risk it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I want to ask Jeff about this one.
Wait, about his hand?
No, about the 3 so good. I want to see what Jeff thinks.
The 3-7.
Yeah.
That's not me.
I know.
I was in this position.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
It's not horrible, and there's not really much safer tiles. Oh, but it's a Dora, so I would keep that in my hand to save my life. I think I would either get rid of like 9, maybe 9 mon, maybe 2 pin. Mostly just because I don't want to feed people any value if possible. Because
Fair
my condition is just don't die, kind of.
Yeah. But it kind of doesn't matter if it's Dora or not, because if you delta Nipatu, then you're gonna go under.
Yeah.
All right.
Why
But you should
9?
probably have 2 of the tiles that you have. That's safer. So 9
Oh,
1.
sorry, I thought I said 9 so.
Oh, you said 9 so?
Might have said 9 mon, but I meant to say 9 so.
Oh, you meant to say 9 so.
Yeah,
Because
mostly
I actually liked 9 mon.
I
I like Naimon.
I like 9 mon. Because
9 mon is 2 turns.
you can survive 2 turns.
I wasn't thinking about surviving 2 turns.
Okay. So
Drum.
move on.
Oh, it's from the person that you wanted it to get it from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, it's enough.
It's coincidentally enough you hit Urha and it was Ipatu from direct.
Very nice. That's the game.
Mm-hmm.
Any last words, I guess, before we close this out?
All right. I need
Thank
Raise
people
good
to
kids.
repeat back to me what the 3 conditions are for pushing.
Good weight, value of 5,200 or more, and whether or not you're tenpai.
All right, good job. Okay, let me hear it from Eevee's mouth.
High value, good weight, or tenpai. 2 of the 3.
That's right.
Okay,
Very good.
all right. Very nice. All right. Some closing words are. It's not specific to this Kyoku, this game, but in Mahjong, I don't think I said this to you guys explicitly. Just because you won or you lose, does not mean you played well or not. And just because you dealt in doesn't mean it's wrong either. Like we were saying, good job to Jeff. Yeah. So care quite a bit more about how you're playing, and not a little bit less about the result.
I mean, it is a game of luck, right? For some of it.
Yeah, and then there's some luck,
There's some luck.
but that we cannot control. So
Mm.
just focus on the skill part.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you for the review.
Yep.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
See you guys.
Ding.
Yeah.